What's up guys, it's Mark here, and in this video, I'm actually gonna walk you through what are the top 10 reasons why you shouldn't work with my agency Breadloaf right now. You're probably wondering why I'm making this video. The truth of the matter is, I want to tell people, I want to go through what makes a solid candidate for a Breadloaf client. Where do we get the best results with clients? So this video is going to break down the top 10 reasons why you shouldn't work with us. Reason number one why you shouldn't work with Breadloaf is actually you're coming to us to be saved. Okay, what does it mean to be saved? Over the course of my 15 plus years working in the agency world, and primarily the last 10 working with small, medium-sized businesses, you get a lot of brands that come in the door that are in a dire situation. They are financially not safe. They're looking for a crystal ball. They're looking for a Hail Mary. They're looking to be saved. If you're looking to be saved, it probably means that you haven't been running your business that efficient. We can probably make things work. These are the hardest clients for me to work with, and it's not because we can't get the work done for them. It's because the clients are the hardest to manage. They're always one of our smallest clients that we're going to require 80% of our time. At the end of the day, if you're looking to get saved, you just shouldn't work with us. You should try to figure it out internally. You shouldn't hire any agency. The reason you come to a growth partner like Breadloaf or another firm out there, if you're a D2C brand, is you have found proper momentum and you're looking to expand that momentum and really start scaling your business. Reason number two why you shouldn't work with us is you as a founder or an operator are not coachable. If you're not a coachable person, you should not work with us. Time and time again, I run into this over and over. I'm coming in to execute for a client, but I'm also there to coach. I'm there to inspire. I'm there to consult. I'm there to be another executive and head around the table. And when we're working with small, medium-sized businesses, if we're working with someone that's a know-it-all, that thinks they have all the keys to success, they don't need to listen to anyone else, they just want to take everyone's feedback and kind of throw it to the side. If you're that type of person, you're not coachable, you shouldn't work with us. It's not worth my time. It's not worth your time. You shouldn't work with anyone else. You should learn how to be coachable. If you're running a business, any type of business, D2C business, info coaching business, B2B business, I don't care what type of business it is, if you're not a coachable individual, you need to stop what you're doing. You need to pick up a couple good books and you need to change the paradigm in how you operate your business and how you look at things. No one has all the keys to the success, and the best performers in the world are all coachable. Even Tiger Woods, one of the top golfers in the world, he has multiple coaches in every aspect of his business, from mindset to his swing to weightlifting to power training to every aspect of golf. He's the best in the game and he still has a coach. When you're looking to hire an agency or an internal team or whoever it is, make sure that you are coachable as an individual, or you're not going to get the full value out of working with these other strategic partners. Reason number three why you shouldn't work with Breadloaf is that you can't follow other people's processes. If you can't follow another system or a process set by another team, you shouldn't work with them. When we bring on a client, we have a set of systems that we need to use to operate. If a new client walks in the door and they don't want to use our operating systems because they're either lazy and they want to do it on their own, or they want to use their own system that hasn't worked for them really up until this point, there's a reason why we operate a certain way. There's a reason why we use Basecamp for communication. It's a place that allows our whole team to live, communicate, share information. I think back to years ago when I was working at big agencies, and we used to communicate through email directly only. Or then when everything went to Slack only. You lose so much information. And when you lose information and it's not indexed and stored in the right place, then it becomes impossible for anyone to find anything. Think about this. I'm sure you've worked on a project before. You're trying to move things forward, and there might be 3 or 4 threads going on with different people communicating across different threads in email or Slack, and you're looking for that up-to-date document. You're looking for what's that that core piece of information or that feedback that was said. The reason that we do things our way is because it works for us and we get our clients results. If you're that type of person that can't follow a certain system implemented by someone else, then you shouldn't work with us. One of the reasons why we're so successful and we can get results for our clients is because we keep things organized and it lets us drive and push things forward every single day. That comes down to our bi-weekly meetings. That comes down to communicating in Basecamp, following up when we send reports. That comes coming prepared with questions, getting feedback. That comes getting us the information we need. When we have all these things in order, it lets us move super fast, and it also really motivates and excites our team to move forward and to operate more efficiently. Reason number 4 why you shouldn't work with us is you're a super needy founder or operator and you need to talk to us every day to just talk to us. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I think it's one of the most important things that I want to touch base on today. I can't tell you how annoying it is. Someone wants to just talk to talk. We're all busy here. We're all working on multiple projects, and when we commit to working on a client, we're giving so much of our time to work on that client. It's not fair to us, to our other clients, or to us individually if we have to constantly follow up because someone doesn't want to pay attention. We send a note, or they just want to hop on the phone to talk about something that we already talked about. If you're a very needy individual and you just need to talk, we're probably not the right fit for you. You should probably just hire someone internally or hire someone that's going to sit next to you. If you're someone that can put faith into another team of operators and know that they're going to get the job done for you and that they're going to follow up and still be available for you, like we still chat with our clients pretty much every day through Basecamp or Slack or in communication, but we have our formal calls every 10 business days. And on top of that, if we do need to hop on the phone or text something, we're usually the one that's trying to get some more information just to make sure a campaign can go live and that things are all set and ready to go. Reason number 5 why you shouldn't work with Breadloaf is you can't plan in advance. I have worked with hundreds of clients and literally sent thousands of campaigns across every marketing channel you can imagine. What really makes a successful brand, especially a successful D2C digitally native brand in 2023, 2024, is the ability to forecast and plan. You have to have the ability to be looking 60, 90, 120 days out. If you can't forecast that far in advance, you're not going to be a successful person. And we run into this time and time again. Every once in a while, we get a new client and they can't look past a week or two, right? And it's very challenging to be a team that wants to get things done in advance and wants to forecast and wants to really get a lot of success with campaigns in the future if we can't get the right information, we can't get the right offers, we can't get the right assets. So it's super important that we only work with people that want to plan and want to structure things. And also, this isn't just built by design. The most successful clients that I have worked with across my whole career have been able to look quarters and years in advance on what's happening. Now, I'm not saying you need to be thinking years in advance for what's a campaign that you're going to send on a Thursday, right? The better you can plan accordingly, the better we understand what's the strategic calendar for the next 90 days, the next quarter that a brand has, right? What are the strategic offers? What's the Hallmark calendar? What are special events? What's product launch strategy? When are we launching new products, right? This helps us plan and get a calendar in order. And then at the nitty-gritty level, if we need to change things around because something needs to be moved, products in late, it's stuck on a container somewhere at the port of LA, whatever it is, we can move those things around. It's very simple. But we need to have a strategic initiative that lets us understand where things are going to be past the next 10 to 14 days. And planning is really essential there. Reason number 6 why you should not work with Breadloaf is you don't have any brand guidelines. It's shocking to me how picky some brands can be when it comes to their creative, their copy, and their overall aesthetic of their design and creative direction when they lack the proper brand assets, the Bible, the tone and voice guide. Just straight up, if you don't have these things in your brand, you need to start building it. And you need to start putting this together because it's going to be impossible for you to work with any creative people whatsoever if they don't understand what type of colors should they use, what type of font should they use, how should they style logos, what's the direction for shoots, what's the tone, what's the voice when it comes to messaging and copy. These things all need to be structured. Copywriters need to know what type of words they can use, what type of phrases, what type of voice should they sound like. Should they be funny? Should they be witty? Should they be more stern? And should they be stark? They need to know these things, and the design team needs some direction on where they're going to go, or else they're just going to be lost, and there's going to be a lot of revisions. So if you're the type of company that refuses to build any type of brand guidelines, we're probably not the right team for you. Reason number 7 why you should not work with us is you have competing objectives in your business that are preventing you from growing. Businesses are very similar to our brains. As human beings and as businesses, we can only focus on a few things at any given time. And I can't tell you how often I walk into a new client call, or I walk into a bi-weekly or quarterly review. Our clients or, brands we're working with, they say, I want to do this. You have competing objectives right now. And what's preventing your business from growing is actually just doing the fundamental basics and focusing on 2 or 3 things that are going to help move the needle and hit your next revenue milestone. If you're doing under $15 million a year in revenue, this is super important, because getting a super clear focus on 2 to 3 core objectives at any given time is going to let your team understand what's the North Star and how are we going to scale and navigate to that North Star. So having clear objectives is super important when it comes to working with us as an agency, or even running your business in general. And if you don't have those types of clear objectives, if you have competing objectives in your business that are fighting for attention, we're probably not the right team for you. And reason number 8 why you shouldn't work with us is you turn every single piece of creative and every project into an art project. What I consider an art project when we're working in doing agency work is we have a clear piece of creative that needs to be built. And this is going to be a performance creative. This isn't going to be a branding project that you're working on or a website project you're working on for 2 to 3 months, 4 months at a time. This is a performance creative. It's an email asset. It's a GIF animation. It's an ad creative, whatever it is. This is a performance creative asset that is going to be seen, it's going to launch, and then it's going to be done, and you're going to move on to something else. If you turn every one of these performance creative assets into an art project, which means you're pixel pushing, you're changing colors, you're changing images, you just change things to change things without any strategic reason behind it. You change the words in the copy, you change the color in the background, you just change out images over and over and over. You should not work with us. This is a complete waste of time. When you're working with a creative team, you need to put full faith into that creative team that they know what needs to get done. And that doesn't mean you don't just give feedback, you give feedback. Like, we're always looking for feedback to make things better. But if the feedback becomes bearing and overwhelming to just get one piece of creative out at a time, I've worked with Fortune 500 brands. I've worked with some of the biggest brands in the world. And it's crazy to see those large brands, they actually approve creative faster than smaller brands do. And the reason is because their brand guidelines are so clearly defined. There's so many people that work on the branding side. It becomes very clear. There's a clear vision and goal on what something needs to look like. And it takes a lot of thinking out of the process. And it also puts a clear line of confidence into the creative team that's behind it. If a creative team's getting feedback from a client over and over and over, and they don't know why the client's doing that, client just wakes up today and says, I want the background green, or I want to use that photo, I want to do this. It becomes super discouraging to the creative team to actually push the needle forward because they're afraid on what the client's going to say. So if you want to motivate a creative team and you want to keep things moving forward, let them do what they need to do. And if they're going completely sideways, if they're going completely off track, or if you want to elevate something, you have some inspiration, that's where you apply that. But don't pixel push, don't change things unless there's a reason behind it. And I guarantee you, you're going to save time, you're going to make more money, and you're going to lead a happier, healthier team that's going to ultimately help you grow your business. Because the creative at the end of the day isn't that important. The creative is just one element of a campaign. The goal of the business is to grow the business. The grow of advertising and marketing is to grow and scale these D2C brands we're working on. If you turn everything into an art project, probably not the team for you. And reason number 9 why you should not work with Breadloaf is you cannot control your emotions. If you're the type of individual that cannot control their emotions when it's showing up to a call, when it comes to giving constructive feedback, when it comes to reviewing results, if you can't control your emotions and you're either disrespectful to other individuals, you're using words, you're having a tone, if you're that type of person, you should not work with us. I only want to work with top performing operators that control their emotions, that give constructive feedback, and that can actually help us push things forward as we're pushing stuff forward for our clients. So reason number 10 you should not work with Breadloaf is you don't respect the others that you work with. I can't tell you how many times I've been on calls with clients and I've heard them berate and disrespect their own team members, people that work for them, that are employees for them, or disrespect me and my team openly. And they just don't even realize what they're doing. They use certain words, they say certain things. If you don't respect other people, then go fuck off and don't work with us. I know that might be harsh. I do not want to work with anyone that cannot give me and my team respect. And if that's the type of person that you are, we are definitely not the right team for you. Those are just 10 reasons why I believe you should not work with us at Breadloaf. There's a lot of reasons why you should work with us, but if you contain any of those characteristics that I just described in this video, we're probably not the right team for you, and I'm happy to introduce you to other people. But at the end of the day, I hope that video is helpful and it breaks down what we're looking for as a client. We want to work with the best people. We want to work with brands that are forward thinking, that want to grow, that want to push the needle and want to make things happen. We just don't have time to work with people that don't respect us. We don't have time to work with people that do not have these key elements that I described in this video. I hope this video is super helpful and it really breaks down what we're looking for in our clients. If you're interested in working with us, send me a DM, reach out to me, and let's schedule a call. I'd love to chat with you more and describe what we do and how we can help you. So have a great day, guys. Hope that's helpful. Bye.